The 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid XSE delivers 42 miles per gallon combined while powering all four wheels, making it the most fuel-efficient non-plug-in hybrid AWD SUV available right now. Starting at $33,330, it costs $2,000 to $4,000 less than most competitors while burning less fuel, though you're accepting a smaller interior and cheaper materials in exchange for those savings. Over the next 20 minutes, we're going to test whether this efficiency claim actually stands up to scrutiny, see how it performs against every major competitor, examine what real owners and testers are getting at the pump, and most importantly, identify exactly what you're sacrificing to achieve those numbers. There's also a recent recall affecting thousands of these vehicles that you need to know about before signing any paperwork. The big question first, does the Corolla Cross Hybrid actually deliver the best fuel economy in its class? Short answer, yes, when you understand what its class means. EPA ratings come in at 46 miles per gallon city, 39 highway, and 42 combined, which puts it at the top of all non-plug-in hybrid AWD SUVs you can buy today. That qualifier matters because plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles achieve higher MPGe ratings, but we're talking about traditional hybrids with all-wheel drive that never touch a charging cable. In that specific category, the Corolla Cross Hybrid sits at the summit, though it's actually sharing the peak with one other vehicle. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid also achieves 42 MPG combined. Toyota owns both efficiency champions, but the Corolla Cross does it in a smaller package that costs less. Here's how it compares to every other AWD hybrid SUV on the market. The Ford Escape Hybrid manages 39 MPG combined, falling 3 MPG short. Mazda's CX-50 Hybrid hits 38. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid ranges between 36 and 38, depending on which trim you choose. Kia's Sportage Hybrid lands somewhere between 35 and 38. Honda's CR-V Hybrid gets 37. The Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid, probably the closest competitor in terms of physical size, delivers only 36 MPG combined, trailing the Corolla Cross by a full 6 MPG. The claim holds up. This genuinely is the most efficient option in its category. EPA ratings look good on paper, but what happens when actual reviewers and owners drive these vehicles in real conditions? The good news, the Corolla Cross Hybrid meets or beats its EPA estimates most of the time. Edmunds took one on a real-world mixed route and recorded 45.6 miles per gallon, actually exceeding what the EPA promised. Green Cars put 275 miles on their test vehicle through varied driving and logged 41 MPG combined. Their reviewers said this: "After tossing in another 75 or so miles of grueling city driving, my tester's trip computer indicated 41 MPG combined. Frankly, that's astounding." The only place it falls short is sustained high-speed highway driving, and that's when Car and Driver's 75-mile-per-hour highway test comes in. They achieved 36 MPG, which sits 3 MPG below the EPA's 39 MPG highway rating. This happens with most vehicles because the EPA highway test doesn't run at a constant 75 miles per hour, so real-world efficiency at higher speeds typically drops below the official number. WTOP's testing showed 40-plus MPG in general driving conditions, and owner reports frequently exceed expectations. One owner logged 47.5 MPG while doing primarily city driving. The pattern emerges clearly. City and mixed driving will likely meet or beat the EPA estimates, while sustained highway driving at 75 miles per hour or faster will fall slightly short. Even when it misses the target, though, you're still getting better efficiency than any competitor offers. Toyota's fifth-generation hybrid system makes all this efficiency possible, and it's more sophisticated than you might expect. The powertrain starts with a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle four-cylinder engine producing 150 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. But that's only part of the story. 3 electric motors join the party, 2 power the front wheels, while a dedicated rear motor enables all-wheel drive capability. That front electric motor puts out 111 horsepower and 152 pound-feet of torque, while the rear motor adds 40 horsepower. Here's the clever part: the rear motor only engages when traction becomes necessary, completely disengaging during normal driving to preserve efficiency. Total system output reaches 196 horsepower. A lithium-ion battery pack of approximately 0.9 kilowatt-hours sits under the floor, preserving cargo space while lowering the center of gravity. Regenerative braking captures energy during deceleration, and EV mode enables electric-only driving up to roughly 20 miles per hour. Even the fuel tank gets optimized for efficiency. Toyota gave this vehicle a 10.6-gallon tank compared to 12.4 gallons in the gas-only model, reflecting their confidence in the hybrid's extended range capability. At 42 MPG combined, you're looking at up to 487 miles of range during city driving. The transmission is Toyota's electronic CVT, the eCVT, which delivers smooth operation while contributing to overall efficiency. Car and driver clocked the 0 to 60 time at 7.3 seconds, which won't impress anyone looking for performance, but this vehicle focuses on getting you where you need to go while burning as little fuel as possible. Now let's talk about what this efficiency costs, or more accurately, what it saves you. 3 trims make up the 2026 Corolla Cross Hybrid lineup and all come with standard all-wheel drive. The SAWD starts at $28,995, the SAAWD runs $31,765, and the top-tier XSE AWD we're focusing on costs $33,330. Destination charges add $1,450 to $1,495 on top of those numbers. The XSE accepts 2 option packages. A convenience package for $1,250 brings a power liftgate and moonroof, while JBL Premium Audio costs $800 and delivers a 9-speaker system with a subwoofer. A fully equipped XSE with 2-tone paint reaches approximately $35,375 to $37,450. Here's where the value proposition becomes clear. The Honda CR-V Hybrid, which delivers worse fuel economy at 37 MPG combined, starts at $37,125, running $4,000 more than the Corolla Cross Hybrid XSE while offering inferior efficiency. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid costs $1,000 to $3,000 more. The Mazda CX-50 Hybrid runs $500 to $2,000 higher, and even the Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid, the closest size competitor, costs about $1,000 more while delivering 6 MPG less. Kelley Blue Book estimates the 5-year cost to own at $45,884, ranking it in the top 11 to 25% for cost efficiency. The EPA calculates roughly $500 in annual fuel savings compared to the gas-only AWD Corolla Cross model. You're getting better fuel economy while paying less upfront. That's a rare combination in the automotive market. The XSE trim brings some meaningful upgrades over the lower models, so let's break down what you're actually getting. A 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster distinguishes the XSE from lower trims, which don't offer this feature. You also get a 10.5-inch touchscreen compared to the 8-inch unit in the base model. Softex faux leather covers the seats, and 18-inch gloss black wheels replace the 17-inch wheels on lower trims. For 2026, Toyota made the cold weather package standard on the XSE, meaning heated front seats and a heated steering wheel now come included instead of costing extra. This change is part of the mid-cycle refresh updates. The vehicle itself measures 176.1 inches long with 8 inches of ground clearance. Cargo capacity reaches 21.5 cubic feet behind the rear seats and expands to 61.8 cubic feet with the seats folded. Curb weight sits at 3,373 pounds. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 comes standard on every Corolla Cross Hybrid regardless of trim, including pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, full-speed dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, and lane tracing assist. The XSE adds blind spot monitoring and front and rear parking assist with automatic braking. This year marks an important milestone for the Corolla Cross because it's receiving its first significant mid-cycle refresh since the hybrid variant launched as a 2023 model. Toyota announced the 2026 model on May 8, 2025 in Plano, Texas, then released pricing on September 24, 2025, with vehicles arriving at dealerships at that time. You can buy one right now. The changes from 2025 include a redesigned body-colored front grille replacing the previous black grille, the new 10.5-inch touchscreen option mentioned earlier, and the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster on higher trims. Toyota redesigned the center console with improved storage, added a new Cavalry Blue paint option with an available jet black roof, and made the cold weather package standard on the XSE. What didn't change is the hybrid powertrain. Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system continues unchanged with the same 196 combined horsepower and 42 MPG rating, which suggests they felt no need to fix what wasn't broken. The Corolla Cross itself debuted globally in Thailand during July 2020 and reached US dealerships as a 2022 model. The hybrid variant launched for the 2023 model year, sharing its powertrain technology with the Prius and RAV4 hybrid. Production happens at the Mazda Toyota manufacturing plant in Huntsville, Alabama. Professional reviews point to a clear consensus: exceptional efficiency paired with a mediocre interior. Edmunds gave the vehicle a 6.5 out of 10 rating with this assessment. Far better fuel economy, but interior quality is disappointing. Kelley Blue Book rated it 4.5 out of 5 stars and ranked it number 8 in Best Hybrid SUVs of 2025. Consumer Reports recommended it while calling the hybrid the no-brainer choice over the gas model. Consumer Reports put it this way: the $2,000 or so extra that it costs to get the hybrid is well worth it and makes it the no-brainer choice between the two. Reviewers consistently praise several aspects. The exceptional fuel economy receives universal acclaim, standard all-wheel drive on all hybrid trims gets appreciated, the smooth ride quality and easy driving character earn positive mentions, the comprehensive Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 suite gets well regarded, and the value proposition versus competitors gets repeatedly highlighted. But the flip side exists. Multiple aspects receive consistent criticism. Rear legroom is limited to the point of being inadequate for adults, according to multiple reviews. Interior materials get described as humdrum, with hard plastic surfaces. Engine drone becomes noticeable during hard acceleration. Braking distances run longer than expected, with car and driver measuring 182 feet from 70 miles per hour, and road noise at highway speeds becomes noticeable. Motor Trend specifically noted braking distances in our testing have been disappointing, and brake feel is spongier than what we've noted in the gas-only Corolla Cross. Green Cars summarized it well by noting the astounding fuel economy while pointing out the trade-offs in space and refinement. The 2026 Corolla Cross earned AWD Top Safety Pick status, but missed the Plus designation because it received an acceptable rating rather than good in the updated moderate overlap front test. NHTSA awarded 5 stars for side crash and side barrier tests with 4 stars for front crash, which is solid though not the perfect 5-star overall rating some competitors achieve. Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 comes standard across all trims, providing a comprehensive suite of active safety features that used to be optional or only available on higher trims in many vehicles. Toyota deserves credit for making this standard equipment. Here's something critical if you're considering a 2026 Corolla Cross Hybrid. An active recall currently affects these vehicles. December 2025 brought a Toyota recall affecting approximately 3,800 units of the 2026 Corolla Cross Hybrid for a potentially loose inverter bolt. This bolt, if loose, could cause power loss or create a fire risk, and Toyota has reported 34 incidents and 15 warranty claims related to this issue. Owner notification begins in mid-February 2026. Before buying one of these vehicles, verify the recall status. Any reputable dealer should be checking this and ensuring the fix has been applied, but you should confirm it yourself. Earlier production years from 2023 through 2025 saw recalls for spiral cable assembly issues that could potentially deactivate the driver's airbag and skid control, ECU software defects causing reduced braking force. Both of those have available fixes now. General customer complaints documented in owner forums run separately from these recalls, including concerns about interior material quality with people mentioning cheap-looking headliner and rough-cut plastic edges, cramped rear seating, the lack of a spare tire since you only get a repair kit, and occasional infotainment system glitches. Here's where we need to have a frank conversation about what you're sacrificing for that 42 MPG rating. The Corolla Cross Hybrid offers approximately 40% less cargo space than compact-class competitors. Those 21.5 cubic feet behind the rear seats and 61.8 cubic feet maximum compare poorly to the Honda CR-V Hybrid's 36.3 cubic feet with seats up and 76.5 cubic feet maximum. The RAV4 Hybrid offers 37.6 cubic feet and 69.8 cubic feet maximum. Towing capacity reaches 1,500 pounds for the Corolla Cross Hybrid, while the CR-V Hybrid is rated for 1,000 pounds, so the Corolla Cross actually wins there. The RAV4 Hybrid can tow 3,500 pounds. This is fundamentally a subcompact crossover, competing on efficiency and price against compact-class vehicles, which means if you prioritize interior space, the RAV4 Hybrid makes more sense. You get the same 42 MPG rating with substantially more room for about $4,000 to $5,000 additional. The rear seat situation deserves emphasis because multiple reviewers called it out. If you regularly carry adult passengers in the back, this will be tight. This vehicle works best for 1 or 2 people with occasional rear passengers or for people with small children. Toyota provides significant value through warranty coverage, particularly for the hybrid components. The hybrid battery receives 10 years or 150,000 miles of coverage, and this warranty transfers to subsequent owners. That matters if you're buying used and should provide peace of mind about long-term ownership. Hybrid-specific components carry 8 years or 100,000 miles of coverage. Toyota's strong reputation for hybrid reliability stems from doing this longer than almost anyone, so these warranties aren't just marketing, they reflect genuine confidence in the technology. Let me be clear about who should buy this vehicle and who should look elsewhere. The 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid XSE works best for urban commuters prioritizing fuel efficiency, maneuverability, and lower ownership costs who don't need maximum cargo capacity. If you're driving primarily in city or suburban environments, mostly solo or with one passenger, wanting to minimize fuel costs and valuing Toyota's hybrid reliability, this vehicle makes sense. It's also good if you want all-wheel drive for occasional inclement weather or light dirt roads without needing serious off-road capability. That electronic on-demand AWD system works well for its intended purpose. Consider alternatives if you need rear seat space for adults, significant cargo capacity, or prefer refined interior materials. If any of those are priorities, the RAV4 Hybrid matches the efficiency with more space, the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid offers superior interior quality at competitive pricing, though with slightly lower fuel economy, and the Honda